I'm always delighted to be with Saul News. This has been such a leader in the conservative movement and the Republican Party.
Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for September 9th, 2022. An article from Politico reports, GOP donor pool unexpectedly shrinks as midterms near. The number of online donors to the Republican Party unexpectedly dropped in the first half of 2022, according to a Politico analysis of campaign finance data, one in a series of setbacks that have tempered expectations of a red wave in November. The surprising dip illustrates broader fundraising difficulties that have plagued GOP candidates in key races across the country this summer, even amid hopes that the party could retake control of Congress. It reflects the party's long-standing challenges in building donor lists to power its campaigns. Watching their Democrat opponents raise more money is not a new experience for Republican candidates, nor is it a sole predictor of election outcomes. In 2020, Democratic Senate candidates far outraised their Republican counterparts, including in deep red states such as Kentucky and South Carolina, but still lost handedly. Republican Senator Susan Collins won re-election in blue-leaning Maine despite being outraised more than 2-1 by her Democratic challenger. An article from townhall.com states, majority of Americans had to cut back on summer plans as Biden spent over 200 days on vacation. Since President Biden took office, he has spent more than 230 days on vacation, while many Americans had to cut back on their summer plans in order to afford necessary everyday items. According to a new Gallup poll, 56% of Americans blame inflation for their lives essentially being worse. 12% of Americans describe their financial pain as severe, and 44% describe it as moderate. A majority of respondents, 74%, who claim their financial situation as severe, make less than $48,000 per year. 12% of middle-class respondents and 4% of upper-class respondents also said their financial hardships were severe. And finally, the Washington Examiner reports, White House struggles to define who is MAGA while sharpening line of attack. President Joe Biden's rhetorical barrages against Republicans aligned with former President Donald Trump have become a central part of his midterm election messaging. But when asked who qualifies as MAGA besides Trump, that messaging has been mixed. Biden has at times presented MAGA as a small but dangerous clique of Republicans threatening democracy, animated by a semi-fascist political philosophy. But Biden and company have also implied that MAGA is a form of arch conservatism, applicable to policy positions on issues ranging from abortion to Social Security that have been litigated long before Trump entered national politics. The term Ultra-MAGA, also used by Biden, was the product of a 6-month study conducted with the White House as part of a strategy to put Trump on the November midterm ballot by branding Republicans with him. Upon facing criticism, however, the president has tried to narrow the scope of Republicans in this category. The White House has said the adjective applies only to elected officials, not to the nearly 75 million people who voted for President Trump in 2020. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for September 9th, 2022. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.